Hey there, YouTube. Been a while since I made a video. Been busy doing some other things, but today we're doing something a little different today. We're going to redo the hitch on the front of the sprayer. It's a 300-gallon field sprayer we use, and whenever I hook it onto the drawbars of our tractors, it leans back so hard it doesn't level the tank off. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to cut it off right at this line up here, and then I'm going to weld this in to set up in there, and then I can use an adjustable clevis, and I know it's going to stand up going that way, and I might put some bracing going back for the tongue. But once that's on there, then I will have this to mount into that, so that way I can adjust it up and down when out spraying in the fields and keep my sprayer level. And that'll also help keep my spray boom consistent for my height I need off of the back of the sprayer, instead of them getting too close and narrowing up my patterns because they're not getting ample distance to spread out. So that's the project today. I'll kind of keep you posted as I go. I got my helper today. He's out of school today, so we'll have a little bit of fun here on this and try to get this wrapped up, and hopefully I can do some spraying this coming weekend with no wind. So I got through most of it with the grinder and got it sliced down. I just got a bottom plate down in there to go, a little bit on the top, but I use the level to line it up. Looks like it's pretty good that way, so I'm going to use a Sawzall, see if I can't get through the last little bit of that steel on the bottom. That way I don't have to move the jack around or mess around or try to flip it up in the air to get underneath it or any of that. I can just leave it right there and do it, so that way all my levels stay the same as I do this whole project. I'll keep you updated. So I lost my patience with the Sawzall. So I grabbed the cutting torch and sliced her off. So I'll touch it up, clean it all up, get that slag out of there, and kind of go from there. I mean, it's not going to be 100% factory perfect, but it'll get me the adjustments I need for the 2 different tractors that ever pull this thing, or 3 tractors that'll pull this. So then that way I can always make sure the tank's level and my spray height's perfect in the back. Alright, so I have it leveled up this way, and I have it leveled up this way. So that's how it sits. I measured from this corner and that corner down to the hole, and I was getting 35 3/4 on each one to the hole, so that tells me I'm relatively centered. So yeah, I just gotta weld it on in there. And I did cut this top V plate out up here, and then I'm gonna go get me another plate that I'll bring up here, bring it on in and weld it on across. And I just figure that way, if it's flat on top, then it's less likely to pocket a little bit of moisture right down in there. It kind of did on the bottom, but also allows me to weld the heck out of that bottom too. So I'll keep going at it and catch you up. Got that side and gap welded on there. Top looks like crap, but that's gonna get cleaned up and get a cap over it. Got that down that side. And got that one put in on that side. So I'll let those cool down and maybe grab a bite to eat. Come back and I'll find me a plate that I can cap that with. And then I'll put some good welds on across there to seal it all in. That way we have a little bit more there. I was thinking about doing something from up top back, but I mean, this is most of the weight's on the sprayer. This thing gets really nose light, but it should hopefully maintain its balance and keep most of the weight on the sprayer being level here now. So we'll kind of see how it all plays out, but I don't think I'll have an issue with anything trying to break or twist, because unfortunately I think it's going to ride in that position like that. So well, we'll see how it is. I'll get it out hooked on the tractor and leveled up on some level ground. So I got this piece of plate up here. It's not super thick, but just enough to add some rigidity up there. I'm gonna keep it in a 1/2 inch from the shoulders. This edge out here, so that way my bead sits up top, and then I got that nice roll, and the plating will sit on there. I think it'll look pretty good. So I got my jig set up. That's the line I need to slice there. with the plasma cutter. Let's see if I can do this all together at once. Alright, try to take that slice there. I got too excited there, slid off to the side. But straight enough for what I'm doing. I got it on there. Weld it up on. So again, it's more of kind of a beauty plate than anything, but it also has some structural support in there too, keep any twisting. So not the prettiest, but it'll hold. And if it doesn't, I'll be the first one to know. Gonna put a little primer on it and slap some paint on it, kind of help hold it over. So yeah, one step closer to being done. So I got it outside here. Went in and slapped a little orange paint on it. Not the right shade, but you know what? It keeps it from rusting. It's better than rust. So I don't think the sprayer will complain about a little Alströmer's orange on the front. Let that dry, and I'll put the other piece on. I did the other hitch piece black, so I'll stand out a little bit. So the paint is dry enough, kind of be able to touch it a little bit. So got that other hitch painted up. Put the jack back up on there again. I think it turned out pretty good. So hopefully I'm not misjudging the amount of weight I got on torquing and twisting that, but like I said, I'll figure it out as I go. If I got to go back and add a plate in or something like that to the top, that's no big deal. It's not like I'll be running this 500 miles from home, so I can always pull it back in and do something quickly if I have to. But I think it turned out pretty good, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.